أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثر فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون أأتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردني الرحمن بضر لا تغني عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين وما أنزل على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون وإن كل لما جميع لدينا محضرون وآيت لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها حبا فمنه يأكلون وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وأعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملته أيديهم أفلا يشكرون سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلما مما تنبت كلها مما تنبت الأرض من أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون وآية لهم الليل نسخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعروج القديم لا شمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون وآية لهم أن حملنا ذرية في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم لفي ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع الذين محضرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة يوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أعهد إليكم يا بني آدم لا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولنشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانة فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمره ننكس في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا الذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أن خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وظللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون فلا يهزنك قولهم إننا نعلم ما يسرون وما يؤلنون أولم ير الإنسان أن خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نار فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون صدق الله العظيم. اللهم إنا نستحفظك ونستودعك أدياننا وأبداننا وأنفسنا وأهلنا وأولادنا وأموالنا وكل شيء أعطيتنا اللهم اجعلنا وإياهم في كنفك وأمانك وعياذك من كل شيطان مريد وجبار عنيد وذي بغي وذي حسد ومن شر كل ذي شر إنك على كل شيء قدير اللهم جملنا بالعافية والسلامة وحققنا بالتقوى والاستقامة وأعذنا من موجبات الندامة إنك السميع الدعاء اللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا وأولادنا ومشايخنا وإخواننا في الدين ولأصحابنا ولمن أحبنا فيك ولمن أحسن إلينا والمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات يا رب العالمين وصل اللهم على عبدك ورسولك سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم وارزقنا كمال المتابعة له ظاهرا وباطنا في عافية وسلامة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. So inshallah we're going to be starting the Hizb al-Sadis fi Yawm al-Sabt, the sixth part to be read on Saturday, which is on page 100. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وأعطه الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة وبعثه مقام المحمود الذي وعدته إنك لا تخلف الميعاد اللهم عظم شأنه وبين برهانه وأبلج حجته وبين فضيلته وتقبل شفاعته في أمته واستعملنا بسنته يا رب العالمين ويا رب العرش العظيم اللهم يا رب اشرنا في زمرته وتحت لوائه واسقنا بكأسه وانفعنا بمحبته آمين يا رب العالمين اللهم يا رب بلغه عنا أفضل السلام واجزه عنا أفضل ما جزيت به نبينا عن أمته يا رب العالمين اللهم يا رب إني أسألك أن تغفر لي وترحمني وتتوب علي وتعافيني من جميع البلاء والبلواء الخارج من الأرض والنازل من السماء إنك على كل شيء قدير برحمتك وأن تغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات ورضي الله عن أزواج الطاهرات أمهات المؤمنين ورضي الله عن أصحابه الأعلام أئمة الهدى ومصابيح الدنيا وعن التابعين والتابع التابعين لهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين إلى والحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم رب الأرواح والأجساد البالية أسألك بطاعة الأرواح الراجعة إلى أجسادها وبطاعة الأجساد الملتئمة بعروقها وبكلماتك النافذة منهم فيهم وأخذك الحق منهم، والخلائق بين يديك ينتظرون فصل قضائك ويرجون رحمتك ويخافون عقابك، وأن تجعل نورا في بصري وذكرك بالليل والنهار على لساني وعملا صالحا فارزقني. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم، وبارك على سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم، واجعل صلواتك وبركاتك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما جعلتها على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عبدك ورسولك، وصل على المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله عدد ما أحاط به علمك وأحصاه كتابك وشهدت به ملائكتك صلاة دائمة تدوم بدوام ملك الله. اللهم إني أسألك بأسمائك العظام ما علمت منها وما لم أعلم، وبالأسماء التي دعاك التي سميت بها نفسك ما علمت منها وما لم أعلم، أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد عبدك ونبيك ورسولك عدد ما خلقت من قبله، أن تكون السماء مبنية والأرض مدحية والجبال مرسية والمرسية والعيون منفجرة والأنهار منهمرة والشمس مشرقة والقمر مضيئة والكواكب مستنيرة والبحار مجرية والأشجار مثمرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد علمك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد حلمك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كلماتك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد نعمتك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد فضلك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد جودك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد سماواتك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد أرضك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت في سبع سماواتك من الملائكة، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت في أرضك من الجن والإنس وغيرهما من الوحش والطير وغيرهما، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما جرى به القلم في علم غيبك وما يجري به إلى يوم القيامة، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد القطر والمطر، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد من يحمدك ويشكرك ويحللك ويمجدك ويشهد أنك أنت الله، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما صليت عليه أنت وملائكتك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد من صلى عليه من خلقك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد من لم يصلي عليه من خلقك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد الجبال والرمال والحصى، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد الشجر وأوراقها والمدر وأثقالها، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل سنة وما تخلق فيها وما يموت فيها، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما تخلق كل يوم وما يموت فيه إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد السحاب الجارية ما بين السماء والأرض وما تمطر من المياه، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد الرياح المسخرات في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها وجوفها وقبلتها، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد نجوم السماء، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت في بحارك من الحيتان والدواب والمياه والرمال وغير ذلك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد النبات والحصى، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد النمل، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد المياه الأذبة، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد المياه الملحة، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد نعمتك على جميع خلقك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد نقمتك وعذابك على من كفر بسيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما دامت الدنيا والآخرة، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما دامت الخلائق في الجنة، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما دامت الخلائق في النار، وصل على سيدنا محمد على قدر ما تحبه وترضاه، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد على قدر ما يحبك ويرضاك، وصل على سيدنا محمد أبد الآباد عابدين، وأنزله المنزل المقرب عندك، وأعطه الوسيلة والفضيلة والشفاعة والدرجة الرفيعة، وابعثه المقام المحمود الذي وعدته إنك لا تخلف الميعاد. اللهم إني أسألك بأنك مالكي وسيدي ومولاي وثقتي ورجائي، أسألك بحرمة الشهر الحرام والبلد الحرام والمشعر الحرام وقبر نبيك عليه السلام أن تهب لي من الخير ما لا يعلم علمه إلا أنت، وتصرف عني من السوء ما لا يعلم علمه إلا أنت. اللهم يا من وهب لسيدنا آدم سيدنا شيث، ولسيدنا إبراهيم سيدنا إسماعيل، وسيدنا إسحاق، ورد سيدنا يوسف على سيدنا يوسف، ويا من كشف البلاء عن سيدنا أيوب، ويا من رد سيدنا موسى إلى أمه، ويا زائد سيدنا الخضر في علمه، ويا من وهب لسيدنا داود سيدنا سليمان، ولسيدنا زكريا سيدنا يحيى عليه السلام، ولسيدنا مريم سيدنا عيسى، ويا حافظ ابنة سيدنا شعيب. أسألك أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد وعلى جميع النبيين والمرسلين، ويا من وهب لسيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم الشفاعة والدرجة الرفيعة، وأن تغفر لي ذنوبي وتستر لي عيوبي كلها، وتجيرني من النار، وتوجب لي رضوانك وأمانك وغفرانك وإحسانك، متعني في جنتك مع الذين أنعمت عليهم من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين إنك على كل شيء قدير. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله ما أزعجت الرياح سحابا ركما وذاق كل ذي رؤي هماما، وأوصل السلام لأهل السلام في دار السلام تحية وسلاما. اللهم أفردني لما خلقتني له ولا تشغلني بما تكلفت لي به ولا تحرمني وأنا أسألك ولا تؤذبني وأنا أستغفرك. اللهم أفردني لما خلقتني له ولا تشغلني بما تكلفت لي به ولا تحرمني وأنا أسألك ولا تؤذبني وأنا أستغفرك. اللهم أفردني لما خلقتني له ولا تشغلني بما تكلفت لي ولا تحرمني وأنا أسألك ولا تعذبني وأنا أستغفرك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا وآله وسلم. اللهم إني أسألك وأتوجه إليك بحبيبك المصطفى عندك يا حبيبنا يا سيدنا محمدا صلى الله عليه وسلم، إننا نتوسل بك إلى ربك فاشفع لنا عند المولى العظيم يا نعم الرسول الطاهر. اللهم شفعه فينا بجاهه عندك، اللهم شفعه فينا بجاهه عندك، اللهم شفعه فينا بجاهه عندك، واجعلنا من الخير المصلين والمسلمين عليه، ومن الخير المقربين منه والواردين عليه، ومن الخيار المحبين فيه والمحبوبين لديه، وفرحنا به في عرصات القيامة، واجعله لنا دليلا إلى الجنة النعيم بلا معونة ولا مشقة ولا مناقشة الحساب، واجعله مقبلا علينا ولا تجعله غاضبا علينا، واغفر لنا ولوالدينا ولجميع المسلمين الأحياء منهم والميتين، وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. فأسألك يا الله يا الله يا الله يا حي يا قيوم يا ذا الجلال والإكرام، لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. أسألك بما حمل كرسيك من عظمتك وجلالك وبهائك وقدرتك وسلطانك، وبحق أسمائك المخزونة المكنونة المطهرة التي لم يطلع عليها أحد من خلقك، وبحق الاسم الذي وضعته على الليل فأظلم، وعلى النهار فاستنار، وعلى السماوات فاستقلت، وعلى الأرض فاستقرت، وعلى البحار فانفجرت، وعلى العيون فنبعت، وعلى السحاب فأمطرت. وأسألك بالأسماء المكتوبة في جبهة سيدنا جبريل عليه الصلاة والسلام، وبالأسماء المكتوبة في جبهة سيدنا إسرافيل عليه السلام، وعلى جميع الملائكة، وأسألك بالأسماء المكتوبة حول العرش، وبالأسماء المكتوبة حول الكرسي، وأسألك باسمك العظيم الذي سميت به نفسك، وأسألك بحق أسمائك كلها ما علمت منها وما لم أعلم، وأسألك بالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا آدم عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا نوح عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا صالح عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يعقوب عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يوسف عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يونس عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا موسى عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا هارون عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا شعيب عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إبراهيم عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إسماعيل عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا داود عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا سليمان عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا زكريا عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يحيى عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يوشع عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا الخضر عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إلياس عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا اليسع عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا ذو الكفل عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم نبيك ورسولك وحبيبك وصفيك، يا من قال وقولك الحق قوله الحق والله خلقكم وما تعملون ولا يصدر عن أحد من عبيده قول ولا فعل ولا حركة ولا سكون إلا وقد سبق في علمه وقضائه وقدره، كيف يكون كما ألهمتني وقضيت لي بجميع أهل الكتاب بجميع هذا الكتاب، ويسرت علي في طريق فيه الطريق والأسباب، ونفيت عن قلبي في هذا النبي الكريم الشك والارتياب، وغلبت حبه عندي على حب جميع الأقرباء والأحباء. أسألك يا الله يا الله يا الله أن ترزقني وكل من أحبه واتبعه شفاعته ومرافقته يوم الحساب من غير مناقشة ولا عذاب ولا توبيخ ولا عتاب وأن تغفر لي ذنوبي وتستر عيوبي يا وهاب يا غفار، وأن تنعمني بالنذر إلى وجهك الكريم في جملة أحباب يوم المزيد والثواب، وأن تتقبل مني عملي، وأن تعفو عما أحاط علمك به من خطيئتي ونسياني وزللي، وأن تبلغني من زيارة قبره والتسليم عليه وعلى صاحبيه غاية أملي بمنك وفضلك وجودك وكرمك يا رؤوف يا رحيم يا ولي، وأن تجازيه عني وعن كل من آمن به واتبعه من المسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات أفضل وأتم وأعم ما جزيت به أحد من خلقك يا قوي يا عزيز يا علي، وأسألك اللهم بحق ما أقسمت به عليك أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت من قبل أن تكون السماء مبنية والأرض مدهية والجبال علوية والعيون منفجرة والبحار مسخرة والأنهار منهمرة والشمس مضهية والقمر مضيئا والنجم منيرا ولا يعلم أحد حيث تكون إلا أنت، وأن تصلي عليه وعلى آله عدد كلامك، وأن تصلي عليه وعلى آله عدد آيات القرآن وحروفه، وأن تصلي عليه وعلى آله عدد من يصلي عليه، وأن تصلي عليه وعلى آله عدد من لم يصلي عليه، وأن تصلي عليه وعلى آله من أرضك، وأن تصلي عليه وعلى آله عدد ما جرى به القلم في أم الكتاب، وأن تصلي عليه وعلى آله عدد ما خلقت في سبع سماوات، وأن تصلي عليه وعلى آله عدد ما أنت خالقه فيهن إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة، وأن تصلي عليه وعلى آله عدد قطر المطر وكل قطرة قطرت من سمائك إلى أرضك من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wal aqibatu lil muttaqeen. Wa afdalu salati wa atammu taslimi ala Muhammadin khatimin nabiyyin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsanin ila yawmiddin. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma aftah futuhul 'arifin. اللهم افتح علينا حكمتك وانشر علينا رحمتك يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. نويت التعلم والتعليم والتذكر والتذكير والنفع والانتفاع والإفادة والاستفادة والحث على التمسك بكتاب الله وسنة رسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم والدعاء إلى الهدى والدلالة على الخير ابتغاء وجه الله ومرضاته وقربه وثوابه سبحانه وتعالى وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم. Alhamdulillah, praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as is right to be praised. Praise Him in the beginning, the end, and everything that is in between. Alhamdulillah, Allah has given us the tawfiq to read the kalam of Allah, the heart of the Quran. Whoever reads the Quran, the heart of the Quran, with whatever intention, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him whatever his munah is, whatever his desires are of this world, the barzakh and the akhirah. So have high hopes with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your recitation of the Yasin that we pray every day. Likewise, we read the salawat and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the famous hadith, when one of the companions came to him and says, "And should I spend a quarter of my time giving salutations upon you?" He said, "That's good. But if you increase, it's even better for you." He says, "Should I spend half of my time sending salutations upon you, O Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam?" And he says, "Yeah, but if you increase, it's better for you." And he says, "And then I'm going to give all my time for the sending salutations on you, O Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam." He then tukfa hammuka wa tukfa dhanbuka. He says, in that case, then your sorrows will be taken and your sins will be forgiven. Allahu Akbar. So if you want the pill to take our sorrow away, our depression away, our worries away, salutations on the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, by not my words, but the Sadiq al-Masul, the one who never lies, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the most truthful one, was ever sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he's the one who says that he will take away your difficulties, inshallah. But Allah, everywhere, the whole world is in a state of like a uneasiness. By no doubt, what's happening around us. But we should always have hope that as long as we're Ahle Salawat and the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, there's great hope for this ummah, inshallah. Not for ourselves, for the entire world. Have high hopes. When you ask of Allah, you're not asking of you and me. You're asking of the Malik al-Mulk, Ya Dhal Jalali wal Ikram. That's the one you're asking from. The one who gives without holding back even a little bit. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you ask for the entire world, He can give it to you. If you ask for the protection of the entire world, He will give it to you. Have high hopes with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you don't see that now, you'll see the manifestation even before you die. If you don't see it before you die, you'll definitely see the ajr of that dua that you made on the day of judgment, and then you wish that all your du'as were never accepted because of the ajr that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you. That's the beauty of du'as, that you're never at loss when you make a dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But when you ask of people, you're always at loss. You'll be fulfilled once, twice, third time, no, not so much. That's insan. If you stop asking Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gets upset, angry with you because you're not asking. He wants you to ask. He's asking you. He's calling us to beseech Him and earnestly ask of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the biggest weapon that a mu'min has, the weapon of dua. And that you'd be amazed what it can do. Sincerely ask. Don't say, we will ask Maulana to make a dua. Every one of you are a wali of Allah. Allah loves you. You're so dear to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's no words that I can say other than that when He started his Quran, He revealed it. Bismillah, start with the name of Allah, who's the most Rahman, who's the most Rahim. Look at them two words out of His compassion. He could have started with any of the Jalali names, but He didn't. He started with that to show you that it's an affair of Rahmah. It's an absolute love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why he's a wadud, from wood, from love, that's taken that name. Allahu Akbar. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us his ma'rifah. We ask, you should always ask Allah, give us your ma'rifat, like you gave to your awliya, so that we can only see you as our maqsad and your Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam. This ascension of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the seerah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we're speaking about that beautiful moment when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is going to be going to Allah. That's his munah, that's his maqsad, that's his rafiq al-ala, that's his intimate friend that he wants to meet. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to meet the ones who want to meet him. As it comes in the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whoever loves to meet Allah, Allah loves to meet him. And whoever doesn't want to meet Allah, Allah doesn't want to meet him. That's how it is. It's easy. So you want to meet Allah. You can't wait to meet Allah. The Prophet ﷺ is yearning to meet. His heart's like a uneasiness, except when he's in salah. And then you can do whatever you want. The Prophet ﷺ is in a zone. He's with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, munajat with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But now he's being physically called. And now he's going to be ascending into the heavens that we said. We spoke about the zina, the beautiful staircase that was brought for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all the way from Jannatul Firdaus for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and now they begin the ascent. Sayyidina Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam ke saath awwal sama dunya, asman dunya tak pahunche. So now they ascend and they reach the first heavens. Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam ne asman ka darwaza khulwaya. मलाइका बवाबीन की तरफ से पूछा गया कौन है क्या कहा जिब्राईल अलैहिस्सलाम हो. So the first thing that he does when he gets to the first place, the first heavens, Sayyidina Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam, and they're ascending until they get to that first door. There's doorkeepers, and Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam has it open for him. And this point, the gatekeepers are going to stand and only let who they want in. So the gates might have opened, but if your name's not on the list, you ain't coming in. So these two doorkeepers, or the doorkeeper of this first heaven of one, the doorkeeper one, he says, "Who is this?" So he says, "I'm Jibreel alayhi salam." Pucha gaya tumhare saath kaun hai? Who is that with you? Unhone kaha Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam hai. He says, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Pucha gaya कि क्या उनके पास पयाम इलाही नबूवत के लिए या आसमान पर बुलाने के लिए भेजा गया. So has he had a invitation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, an invitation of prophecy or invitations to ascend into the heavens? Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam says, Jiha. He says, definitely he has. That's the Bukhari Sharif riwayah. Imam Bayhaqi rahmatullah alayh, in the hadith of Abu Sa'id al-Khudri radiyallahu ta'ala, he says, कि आसमानों के दरवाजों में से एक दरवाजे पर पहुंचे, उसका नाम बाबुल हफज़ा है. So in this riwayah it mentions the name of the door on the first heaven. It's called Babul Hafadha. The door is like almost like the door of protection. This is going to be the outer door, isn't it? That was going to let people into the upper realm, if you will. इस पर एक फरिश्ता मुकर्रर है, and on that door there's one angel who's the doorkeeper. उसका नाम इस्माईल alayhi salam है. This is Ismail alayhi salam, the angel, not the prophet alayhi salam. इसकी माँ तहती में 12,000 फरिश्ते हैं. What a great of a prophet, a messenger he, an angel he is, that he has 12,000 angels, legions of angels underneath him. Allahu Akbar. Now let me tell you about one of these. The Sayyidina Ismail alayhi salam, this angel, is so huge. Since the time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created him, he has never ever budged from his place. That's his job, to let people in through the doors. That's his job. He's only left his post once, and that's the time when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his soul had been taken by Azrail alayhi salam, the angel of death. When he had left that, they heard a scream inside the house of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam by the angel of the death, when he had to take the soul of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And at that time, he instantly left his post and he came straight down to see what had happened and what had taken place. Only time he had moved from his post. or sharik. That doesn't mean that he's disobeyed. This was something that he thought that Qiyamah has started. And that's what he thought. So he's not disobeying Allah from moving from his position. This was something that he did he was thinking that it's the final hour. That scream, that's only the sign that it could be so bad that it could be something this signaled the end hour, the final hour. So he's got these 12,000 angels underneath him. Or Sharik radiallahu anhu ki riwayat. There's another riwayat of Sharik as a Sharik radiallahu anhu. This Bukhari Sharif is mentioned as well. कि अहले समावात को खबर नहीं होती कि ज़मीन पर अल्लाह ताला का क्या करने का इरादा है. So like I said before, we mentioned it before, he's mentioned it in this hadith, that the inhabitants, the angels of the heavens don't know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ordering or doing or moving in the earth. Like the earth, angels don't know what's happening in the heavens, etc. जब तक कि उनको किसी जरिए से इत्तला न दी. So until they're not being informed themselves, they don't know what's going on. जैसे यहाँ जिब्राइल अलैहिस्सलातु वस्सलाम की ज़बानी मालूम हुआ, because this is the same thing that happened at this point where they're asking Jibreel अलैहिस्सलातु वस्सलाम, has he been sent for? Has he been given the invitation from Allah? इससे फरिश्तों के इस पूछने की वजह से वजह मालूम हो गई कि क्या उनके पास पयाम इलाही पहुंचा है, और इस पूछने में जो दो एहतिमाल जिक्र किए गए हैं, तफसील इस वाकया बाद में मज़कूर होगा. So they're going to mention a few more things about why they asked the question when is Jibreel alayhi salatu wassalam. They know Jibreel, he's one of them, he's the angels, and he goes up and down frequently. So why did they ask? They're going to be explaining this later on. और वहां खुद पूछने की वजह अकली भी लिखी गई. इस दलील नकली से इसकी तोजी अकली की तायीद होगी. They're going to mention the akli and nakli dalil, so the scriptural evidence as well as the intellectual evidence for it as well. Bukhari ki riwayat mein hai, farishton ne ye sunkar kaha marhaba. So the angels, when they heard that he's been called for and it's the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they said welcome. Marhaba is a beautiful word to honor somebody, saying welcome in a most a warm welcome and a salute to you. आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम बहुत अच्छा आना है. And he's saying what a beautiful entrance you've brought with you. Or दरवाजे खोल दिया, and there he opens the gate fully for letting them inside. आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम फरमाते हैं कि मैं वहां पहुंचा तो हज़रत आदम अलैहिस्सलाम मौजूद थे. As soon as the doors opened, we entered into this first heaven. Suddenly we see Adam alaihissalam right there, the first prophet, the first human to be created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the father of all of insan. He's standing right there. Jibreel alayhi salatu wassalam ne kaha, aap sallallahu alayhi wasallam ke baap Adam alayhi salam hai. So Jibreel alayhi salatu wassalam tells the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, this is the father of humanity, Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam. He's the father of yours. Unko salam kijiye. So he said the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, give him salams. मैंने उनको सलाम किया, उन्होंने सलाम का जवाब दिया. So the Prophet ﷺ gives the salams. He replies to the salams. और कहा, and he increases in the response. مرحبا فرزن صالح और नबी صالح. He said مرحبا بابن صالح والنبي صالح. So he says welcome to the pious son and welcome to the pious prophet. That's what he says. And what a beauty! You're going to see there's going to be significance of the wording of this, because all of the other prophets will say marhaban bi akh salih wa nabiy salih. They'll refer to the Prophet ﷺ as the pious brother and the pious prophet, whereas Adam alayhi salam is going to, and as well as another one will come across later, both of them, these prophets are going to say welcome, O pious son, because from the progeny, his own progeny. So that's why he mentions the son part. Tamam. और एक रिवायत में कि आसमानी दुनिया में एक शख्स को बैठा देखा जिनके दाहिनी तरफ कुछ सूरतें नजर आती है और कुछ सूरतें बाई तरफ. So he says in another riwayat, he doesn't mention Adam alayhi salam by name. He says, as soon as we entered, we saw an individual sitting there. And there was some things that I couldn't really make out on his right side. And there were certain things on his left hand side. So he was in the middle of this huge expanse. He was in the middle, and on to the right, there was many, many little scattered things. And on the left, there was also. जब वो दाहिनी तरफ देखते हंसते. So when this individual would look to his right hand side, he would look and he would smile. And when he would look towards the left side, he would begin to weep, he would begin to cry. मैंने जिब्राइल अलैहिस्सलाम से पूछा, so I asked Sayyidina Jibreel अलैहिस्सलाम, who is this? उन्होंने कहा आदम अलैहिस्सलाम. So he gives the answer that they say आदम अलैहिस्सलाम. आदम अलैहिस्सलाम है और ये सूरत दानी और बाई उनकी औलाद की रूह है. Now he mentions that what you see at the left and the right are the souls of all the children of this person, Adam alayhi salam. I all the souls of the entire human race were there, either to the right or to the left. So dahni taraf wale jannati hai. So the ones to the right are going to be from the inhabitants of those that are destined for the paradise. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from the right side ones, inshallah. Or ba'i taraf wale dozakhi hai. Allah. And the ones to the left are going to be those who are destined for the hellfire. Allah protect us one and all, inshallah. इसलिए दाहिनी तरफ देखकर हंसते थे. Whenever you look to them, he would to the right side, he would always smile, and when he looked to the left, he would cry. This is the hadith that was mentioned in Mishkat Sharif and Shaykhain from both Imam Bukhari and Muslim. Bazzar ki riwayat, in the hadith of Bazzar radiallahu ta'ala, says Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala से रिवायत है कि उनकी दाहिनी तरफ एक दरवाजा है कि उसमें से खुशबूदार हवा आती है. In the riwayat of Abu Huraira, this says that there's a door to the right side of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and from it emanated the most beautiful fragrance that was coming. And on the left hand side, there was a door also, and it had the most disgusting stench that you've ever smelled. जब दाहिनी तरफ देखते तो खुश हो जाते. When they look to the right, he'd be happy. और जब बाई तरफ देखते मगमूम होते, they would be really upset and they would be sorrowful. And we know that because that's the doors to paradise, and that's going to be the door to the hellfire. और शरीक की रिवायत बाला में ये भी है कि आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने समाई दुनिया में नैल और फुरात को देखा. So when one riwayat it says clear that when the Prophet entered, he also saw the rivers of the Nile and the rivers of the Euphrates. Now you're going to say that's on earth. How can that go? How can that be up there? We're going to explain that in a minute. और इसी रिवायत में ये भी है कि इसी समाई दुनिया में एक और नहर भी देखी कि इस पर मोती और जबरजद के महल बने हैं और वो कौसर है. Allahu Akbar. Another riwayat says that he even saw one of the river that had pearls and rubies that were laden in like structures around it, and that is the river of Kauthar that was flowing down from the pond of Kauthar. Now let's say there's certain things that need to be explained, but over here there's certain things that you're going to have a real open mind on this one. Now the Musannif alayhi rahmah has mentioned some ajib things, and rahmatullah alayh, and something which amongst the ulama is common, but in sometimes what we live in a superficial world. If we don't see it, we don't believe it. If we haven't witnessed it, we don't want to believe it. It's hard for us to believe. So that's when there's a massive disconnect with the previous ulama, the great ulama, they were the bearers of the knowledge. Then we find things very hard because it almost looks so abstract. It seems to us that it's untrue, but it's not. It's just that that's why some of the books, the kalam of even in the books, what's contained in the books of these great ulama of our past, there's great asrar that in 100 years we'll never be able to get. So may Allah bless them for this ulum. So he's going to explain, and he's going to go into quite a lot of detail over here, so bear with me. May Allah give us openings, inshallah. Hazrat Adam alayhi salam जमी अंबिया में इससे कबल बैतुल मक़दिस में भी मिल चुके हैं, और इसी तरह वो अपनी कब्र में भी मौजूद है, और इसी तरह बकिया समावात में जो अंबिया अलैहिस्सलाम को देखा सब जगह यही सवाल होता है. So now there's going to be a question he's going to raise. This is uslub of balaghiya. Now when you're asking a question to provoke the thinking, like, yeah, you've got a point. What's the answer? It's a way of capturing your attention. This is so they're asking a question. Adam alayhi salam was seen in Bayt al-Maqdis. He was amongst the prophets that were praying salah with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was in his grave. No doubt, as we know from the hadith, that all of the Anbiya are alive in their graves because the earth has been barred from eating or decomposing the bodies of the Anbiya and the Awliya, etc., etc. We know that. So there's two places where the Adam alayhi salam is. And now he's on the first heaven as well. Now, how can that be? Now, if we're saying that this is one person, Adam alayhi salam, he's the father of humanity. So we know who he is. How can he be on three multiple places? That's the question he's posing. He's going to give a beautiful answer. इसकी हकीकत ये है कि कब्र में तो असली जसद से तशरीफ रखते हैं. So he says, what the place in the grave that they occupy, they are there in the bodily form, not just in the spirit form. They're in the spirit and body form inside of their graves. The earth cannot decompose their bodies. They're alive in the graves. We believe every single one. They might have left this temporal dunya that we are physically in, but there's no doubt that they're going to be there in the other in the graves. That's from the hadith. We know that. That's clear. और दूसरे मकामात पर उनकी रूह का तमस्सुल हुआ है. And wherever you see them elsewhere, then it's the souls that are. It's almost like a transference or a reforming of the soul that can take the shape of multiple places and wherever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants them to. Yani ghair unsuri jasad se jisko sufiyat, what the Sufis call jisme mithali. So you see sometimes that the awliya are given this karamat. Likewise, the Anbiya alayhi salam are given this mu'jizat that they can be in multiple places, no doubt. Like the likes of Imam Suyuti rahmatullahi saw the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in an awakened state, and he mentions that he woke over 37 times, if I'm not mistaken, 37 times he saw him in an awakened state. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's what Imam Suyuti in his book he mentions. Why? Because he says the soul of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the ruh, the soul, is the size of the entire cosmos. So when the veil is lifted, it's possible for people of purity to see the Prophet. A man came to Sayyidina Gangohi rahmatullah alayh. He says, I want to see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in my awakened state. And he immediately begins to cry. He begins to cry. He says, for people like me, a sinner like me, and he's speaking about himself, Allahu Akbar. If that's the sinner, then what are we? He says, if it's for somebody like me, just to see the green color of the dome of the masjid of the Prophet ﷺ would be such a huge sharaf. MashaAllah, you want to see the Prophet ﷺ you need to get the maqam of Imam Suyuti rahmatullah alayh. But it's possible. It's possible. Why? Because his soul. To further explain that, what he hasn't mentioned in the book, to understand the soul I'm explaining at this moment, the soul is not from this world. When it's occupying your body is from this world, and so it's shackled into the confines of this world. As we know from the riwayat, that when a pious person is put into his grave spreads all the way from here till the haram. So he has the occupying. His soul is beyond time and space, because time and space is of this dunya, not from the akhirah. So that's why the soul can be transferred. It's made from different parts. It can go from anywhere, from here to there, etc., etc. That's the ruh. So when that transfers, what they saw in Bayt al-Maqdis, what they saw in the heavens, he's saying, the Musannif alayhi rahmah, that it's the soul, the transference of the soul, taking the physical form of how the body shape was in another place. Wait, there's more. He says रूह का ताल्लुक हो गया और इस जसद की तअद्दुद भी, और एक वक्त में रूह का सब के साथ ताल्लुक भी मुमकिन है. So he says, now he says one thing. He says when you speak about the soul, then You know, like when you light a candle, for example, and you say the candle, where is the light? It's in every single direction, isn't it? That's what you're saying. The soul is like that. That it could be in multiple places, or it could be different places, and that doesn't negate that one person saw him and another person saw him. That's why they mentioned the same thing with regards to the angels, the malaika. There's a big debate amongst the ulama. They say when you speak about the Azrael alayhi salam, the angel of death, or the two scribes, those it's called Raqib and Atid. Is there one angel called Raqib and is there one called Atid? Is there one angel who's called Azrael only? Or is there, does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then create the transference and stuff for every individual? So if somebody wants to die, for example, in Afghanistan, and another person wants to in like Brazil one's going to die exactly the same time, can Azrael be at both places? This is the beings created from light. The soul is like latif, it's very very light as well, like that, but they create from light, and light can be in different places at once, and that's what is some in according to opinion one Azrael, but they can be physical places and many places at once. That's the beauty of the omnipotence, you could say, of the concept of the light of an angel. And same way with the soul, it's a light latif thing. It's not from the dunya. It's not created with time and space. And that's why when you're in the barzakhi life, there's a difference. There's very Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala a'lam. Allah knows the reality of these things. लेकिन इनके इख्तियार से नहीं बल्कि महज बक़ुदरत व मशीयत हक़. So he says these are obviously by the qudra and the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as is with everything. That nothing moves except by the qudra and the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وظاهرا ये जिस्म मिसाली जो दोनों जगह नजर आया अलग-अलग शक्ल रखता है था. So both when you saw Adam alayhi salam in one place and in another place, both of them were different in the manifestations of the same being, obviously of the outer form of Adam alayhi salam. इसलिए बावजूद लिक़ा बैतुल मक़दिस के आसमान में भी नहीं पहचाना. And because it was a different a part of the soul that was transferred, that's why Adam alayhi salam, who had already met the Prophet inside Bayt al-Maqdis, he asked the same question. He says, and the angel likewise asked the same question: who is this? Has he been sent for? Etc. etc. Al-Bata Hazrat Isa alayhi salam. Now there's a difference now. Isa alayhi salam, because Hazrat Isa alayhi salam चूंकि आसमान पर ma'al jasad hai. You say, now this is a tricky one. Now flip things around. Isa alayhi salam, on the other hand, he hasn't died, has he? He was raised alive, as we know from the Nas of the Quran. So he's been raised to the heavens alive, in body and his soul. Unko waha dekna ma'al jasad hoga. That will be with his body and his soul together. Lekin unko jo Baitul Maqdis mein dekha jaisa waqiya hashtum में मज़कूर है वो मअल जसद नहीं था बल्कि बिल मिसाल है. So now it's the opposite with Isa alayhi salam. When Isa alayhi salam was seen inside Baitul Maqdis, that was just in his soul that was being transferred over there, not his physical body. The jasad is up in the heavens, and he will return in the end days, and that's going to be a real different time. ताल्लुक रूह का जसद के साथ क़ब्ल al-मौत भी बतौर खिल्क़ आदत के मुमकिन है. And he says that for the soul to be transferred to another place even while the person is alive is also from the possible. अगरचे ये भी मुमकिन है कि बैतुल मक़दिस में, or he's saying, so you understand, he says, so his body and soul, he's there. Now, like for example, if I'm here, I'm not saying I'm a wali or anything. I'm just saying, for an example, if my body and my soul is here, if I was to, if Allah Subhanahu wa Taala willed it, then my soul was to be transferred to somebody. One of my murids or whatever was to see, me in my soul when they're praying or something, and then suddenly I come and give him a telling off, get on with your homework, etc., whatever. That would be from the mumkinat. This is something which is permissible. They're saying that there's a small group of people who probably going to deny that, and they say कि बैतुल मक़दिस में मअल जसद हो और आसमान से वो आ गए हो, या दोनों जगह मअल जसद हो कि अव्वल आसमान से बैतुल मक़दिस आए हो, फिर यहाँ से वहां पहुंच गए हो, मगर खिलाफ जाहिर है. He's saying this is a small group of people. They said, "Nah, this is too hard to comprehend." He says, "We're going to say that Isa alayhi salam was with his body and his soul because he's still alive." He says, "So he has come back. He left the post of the wherever he was in the heavens. He's come here. He prayed with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then he returned, and that's why the Prophet saw him again." He says, "But he says that's going. That's a bit stretching it. That's a bit far fetched. That's what the Musannif al-Rahmah is saying over here." And he says, Wallahu a'lam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. Because we're discussing and talking about things that are of the things of the unseen. So the ulama say what they say, we hold our tongue on it and we say, Allahu a'lam. और आदम अलैहिस्सलाम के दाएं और बाएं तरफ जो सूरतें नजर आई वो भी अरवाह की सूरतें मिसालिया थी. What the souls of the the inhabitants of the Jannah and the souls of the inhabitants of the hellfire, all of humanity was there. These are also going to be the souls, not the bodies, if you will. और बज़ार की रिवायत में गौर करने से मालूम होता है कि ये अरवाह इस वक्त आसमान पर मौजूद और मुस्तकिल न थी, बल्कि अपने अपने ठिकाने पर थी. Allahu Akbar. So he says from the riwayat of Bazar, he even mentions even further to give fortitude to what we just mentioned. That he says that these were the reflections of the souls, if you will, because the souls were in a different place at that time. They weren't there on the first heavens. So it's like a transfer, just like Adam alayhi salam. He was in his when his jasad is in his grave, that he was in Baitul Maqdis, and another transference was inside on the first heavens. Same way, the souls were in a total different place before they came into this world. This was that manifestation that was coming to show the Prophet ﷺ and Adam salam of that portion, who's going to be Jannati, who's going to be not, etc. और इस ठिकाने और मकाम में आदम के दरमियान दरवाजा था. इस दरवाजे से इन सूरतों का अक्स इस मकाम पर पड़ता होगा. He says a possibility of the doors that we mentioned. He says the doors that was for opening from letting the good breeze in and the stench in from the other one. He says they were passing the reflection of the souls from a different time and a different place, because we said it's above time and place, and this is what you were seeing inside the first heavens. वो हवा जो आती थी आखिर वो भी जिस्म है. इसमें खासियत इंतिबा और इनइकास की होगी, जिससे कि हवा शुआओं से मुतकैफ होकर काबिल रुयत की हो जाती है. क्योंकि इस रिवायत में दरवाजे का होना आया है, ये जाहिरन करीना है इसका कि वो दरवाजा वासिता था यहाँ तक कि इन सूरतों के असर पहुंचने का. That was he said that the doors, that's a sign that these were just like a reflection of the portal to wherever the souls were on the other side. That's why, same way with the breeze that was coming and the smell, that wasn't from the first heaven, that was from Jannah. So what kind of a door is this? People who are into like sci-fi and stuff, they'll say it's like a portal that can take you to a different dimension, etc., etc. Now that's understandable on the screen. So why is it not understandable for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? It was a door that could go through space, time, whatever, gets to paradise, can let the breezes of paradise flow. Allahu Akbar. Like some people, for example, when they read in the Quran, Allahu Akbar, they can smell the fragrances of paradise when they're saying it. Allahu Akbar. Some of our teachers, when they mention that, the ecstasy that will be on the on the faces when they will be telling us these things. Allahu Akbar. I know one of our dear friends, when he went to the Uhud, the Shuhada of Ahad, he says, I could smell the fragrances of paradise. It was beautiful. I never smelled a beautiful fragrance like it before. Where's that smell coming from? Is it from the itar shops or something that are nearby? No. This is from beyond the grave, not in the grave, beyond the grave. That's from Barzakh and beyond. That's what we need to see. So those people who know what sci-fi, I'm not saying do watch sci-fi movies, but if you do, you'll get the picture. If not, then get with it, because that's how it is. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
Wallahu subhanahu wa ta'ala alam. He finishes off by saying, he says, "Bas isme ye ishkal na raha." Now he says that somebody might have an issue. He says, Allah says in the Quran, "Inna alladhina kadhabu bi ayatina," those who disbelieve in our verses, wastakbaru anha, and they are arrogant from it. I'm not going to believe it. I'm better than that. La tufattahu lahum abwabu samai. So he says the doors of the first heavens will not be open for them, or the doors of the heavens will not be open for them. Now, how can that be when that's speaking about the disbelievers? Now, if the disbelievers were on the left side of Adam al-Islam, how can that be? It's almost like a contradiction, seemingly contradiction. Remember what I said? Seemingly contradicts doesn't mean that it contradicts. It needs the discerning eye to look and tell you what it is. इसे मालूम होते कुफ्फार की अरवा आसमान पर नहीं जा सकती. So they say from this is clear in the hadith, in the ayah, that the kuffar, their souls can't ascend into the heavens. फिर आसमानी दुनिया पर ये रूहें काफिरों की जो बाई तरफ थी कैसे पाई गई? So how can the souls have been seen on the left side of Adam alayhi salam? Or he says so that doesn't negate it. Why? Because we said, he says, he answered it before, so he's not going to do it now. He says the doors, and we know about the transference of them doors, that they were just reflecting the souls from wherever they were beyond that door. And you were seeing just a reflection of where the souls were. Because the souls, as we know, before we come into this world, they're in a different place. Alam al arwah. That's a different place to the first heavens. It's not the first heavens. That's what it means over here. Likewise, Nil or Furat, the river Nile and the Euphrates, that's of the dunya. दूसरी रिवायत में सातों आसमानों के ऊपर सिदरतुल मुंतहा की जड़ से देखना साबित है. It mentions that when the Prophet ﷺ got to the seventh heaven, he even saw the Nile and Furat over there as well. So इस सवाल का जवाब ये है कि नहरें तो दुनिया में है. So he says the answer to that is that these rivers that we see, the Nile going through Egypt, whatever, and Africa, you're going to see they're in the dunya. वहां होने का क्या माना? So how are they over there as well? आगे सिदरतुल मुंतहा के जिक्र के मौके पर दिया जाएगा. So he says when you get to सिदरतुल मुंतहा in our story, we'll explain that further. यहाँ सिर्फ रिवायात को जमा करने की तोजी समझ ली जाए. So he's going to mention just like a opening to this bahth, and we'll explain that further in details at the end. वो ये है कि असल सरे चश्मा, whatever it's called, उनका सिदरतुल मुंतहा की जड़ हो और फिर निकल कर पानी आसमानी दुनिया पर जमा होता हो और फिर वहां से जमीन में आता हो, जैसा आगे मज़कूर होगा. और ऐसी ही तकरीर से ये इश्काल रफा कर लिया जाए कि दूसरी अहादीस से हौज़ कौसर का जन्नत में होना मंसूस है, यानी असल. So he mentions that, he says it could be, he says the easiest way to understand it is that the root of it is at Sidratul Muntaha of the Nile and the Euphrates, and then it flows downwards and it gathers in pools on every every sky, and then until it goes all the way, descends into uh, the dunya. Likewise, it says like the Kauthar. We know that the Kauthar is specifically from Jannah. How can it be in Jannah and when it's going to be in the Mahshar as well, where the Prophet is going to be giving, inshallah, us to drink from it, inshallah? How can that be? So if all them things are happening, it's because it's the transference of these things. Yani asal waha ho or yaha iski shah ho. So like he's saying that water, the concept of water is that it flows from one place to another. It could start at the top of a mountain and you see at the bottom. That doesn't mean they're two different things. The source is one and the flow is another, and the pool is another. So you can understand it in that way. Then there was a documentary once that we saw, and I can't remember who it was, either Michael Palin or one of them. It was one of them that he was trying to map the source of the river Nile. So he wanted to see where it originates from. And people and historians over time, and conquerors or explorers rather, they've been trying to find it and nobody could get to it. So with the use of like satellite navigation and this and that, he was trying to find this documentary was going all the way through from continents to another continent. So it was under sedimentary rocks and he was going all the way up into the mountains, etc. And then he got to the end and he says, we think it's coming from here, But even with our modern equipment, we can't tell where it's coming from. He doesn't know, but we know that it's beyond the rocks. It's not from the rocks. It's not from the dunya. There's two rivers of Jannah that are going to be flowing that you know of from Jannah. There's going to be the Euphrates and there's going to be the Nile. And there's going to be two that are hidden from Jannah. They're in this world, but you don't know what and they're not going to be the Leeds and Liverpool Canal. It's definitely not going to be one of them. But they're from paradise and they're going to be something beautiful. Allahu A'lam, why he kept them hidden, etc., etc. These all beautiful discussions. But the Bukhari Sharif riwayat continues. Now the Prophet ﷺ, फिर मुझको जिब्राइल अलैहिस्सलाम आगे लेकर चढ़े यहाँ तक के दूसरे आसमान तक पहुंचे. Here the Prophet ﷺ ascended and he's got to the second heaven. Who's he going to find over there? Who's going to be waiting for him? What splendors is he going to see? Join us inshallah tomorrow in the blessed lessons of light. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for tawfiq, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes away our worries and humum and ghumum, that Allah fills our hearts, our homes, our communities with this light of Muhammadan light that takes away the dhulumat from these dark times, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us peace and tranquility and shifa. All those who are ill, that Allah gives them complete shifa. May Allah give us all protection from the waba. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the salawat and his beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the kalam of the Quran that we've recited, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take away this waba, and that it never comes back again, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it vanish forever. May Allah open the masajid and the madaris. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let us get to Ramadan in the best of manners, the best of health. Wa akhir da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi وصحبه وبارك وسلم.